Hello again, and welcome back to the card mat. Yeah, it's a prediction trick, it is, but you really do need two spectators. So I'll do the best that I can do, but there's certain parts in this I'm going to have to do which I would not really see in the real world as the performer, if you understand where I'm coming from. Right, to start with, I will show you that the pack here is completely mixed up, as you can see. No order at all, it's not running in runs, it's not. And in case you think there's still something a bit strange about it, I'll get the packet and I'll give it a nice little cut and shuffle. Yeah, a cut and shuffle, not a cut and blow, no, we're not going the hairdressers. We're just giving a nice little cut and shuffle. So all the cards are now completely mixed up. Right, at this point, I would give you some instructions and then I would turn me back and not see what goes on. I would ask spectator number one, John, to cut off a small chunk of cards, anywhere between 1 and say 12, 13. Not a big chunk, about a quarter-ish of the deck at the most. Or, yeah, you can cut 1 if you want to. And once he's done that, spectator number 2, I'll call you Mary, I'd like you to do the same. From whatever's left, cut off a chunk of cards anywhere from 1 to 12, 13 or so. Okay, do this while my back is turned. Oh, and also secretly count your cards to yourselves. I do not want to know the number, and you do not want Mary known, and Mary, you definitely don't want John known. No, we'll think it's the winning lottery numbers and try and put it on. So I'm going to turn me back, and please do as I have just asked. So I've turned me back. John cuts off about that many cards and Mary cuts off about that many cards. John counts his cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't tell no one he's got 8 cards. And Mary has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Always gotta be one better. John's got 8, Mary's got 9. Right, I've no idea what they've got. I will now turn around and make a prediction. I'll just come off screen. There's nothing on my paper, as you just seen. I'm just going to come off screen and make my prediction. Yeah, so I've gone and made one little prediction, which is on there. Right, John, could you please count your cards, or you know how many cards you've got? Yeah, you know how many you've got. Could you deal that amount of cards off the top of the pack? Do them face up so we can all see that the cards are different, and stop when you get to whatever number cards you've got. We know John's got 8, so John would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I would now make another prediction for Mary. I would. I'd take my piece of paper and I'll come back off screen and I'd make a prediction for Mary. Right, so there we go. I've made a prediction for Mary. Now, you know how many cards you have got, do you not, Mary? She goes, yeah, I got 1 more than him because I've got to be 1 better. Okay, we've already heard that joke. Count out how many cards you got from the top, turning them over as John did to show that all the cards are different. 1, 2, she had 9 by the way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Right, so to recap, John, you cut off X amount of cards. Mary, you cut off X amount of cards. You know what your X amount of cards are. John, I then made a prediction for John, and he counted down to whatever cards he had and came up with the 2 of spades. I then made a prediction for Mary, and I asked her to do the exact same thing, and she came up with the 8 of spades. Now, if I show you my prediction, you will see that John actually had the 2 of spades, and Mary actually had the 8 of spades. And there you go, thank you very much. Wasn't that a very nice one? Yeah, I suppose you just want to see. Yeah, you do. Well, it's a stacked deck, by the way, so I'm just putting it back into stacked order, which would be that. No, it'd be that, then that, then that, then That because they didn't change the order, and that because they didn't change the order. And now my deck is stacked back into stackable stack. But it doesn't look like one. It looks fairly clean. I'll leave it like that. You can have a quick look at that and see if you can see the stack in there. You probably won't. No. Right. How does the stack go? Right. Well, I've done this to show you. I've done this little chart. First off, I will show you this. First off, get your cards, put them ace to king, ace to king, ace to king, ace to king in your 4 suits. Doesn't matter what order they are, just put them ace to king in the 4 suits. Makes it easier to pick out the cards you need as you're going through your chart. To start with, you need to take out these cards. These are going to be what I'm calling spare cards. So from the clubs, take out the 2, the 9 and the jack. From your hearts, take the 3, the 7, the 10 and the queen. From your spades, take the ace, the 9, the 10, the queen and the king. And from your diamonds, your jack, queen and king. Once you've taken them out, give them a mix up so they don't look in that kind of an order. They're not in runs and not in groups. Not that it makes that much of a difference. Right, so they're your spare cards. You would now, well, I'll have to take it off that, won't I? I'll get rid of the board. I'll try and get this so it's all in shot. Am I all in shot, guys? My camera's on an awkward angle for me. There, somewhere around there you should get a screenshot. And haven't I done that nice and neat for you? Yeah, so that was long enough. So all you do, as you can see, it's numbered 1 down to 13 and 14 to 26. So you're going down the columns as you're laying your cards out. You'd start off, this would be your top card of the pack, would be a spare card, and then a spare card, so any one of them ones. Then you put the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the 4 of spades, the 2 of diamonds, the 4 of hearts, the 6 of spades, the 7 of diamonds, the 3 of diamonds, the 5 of clubs, the 2 of hearts, the 7 of spades, the 8 of clubs, the 9 of diamonds, the 3 of spades, the 10 of clubs, the 5 of hearts, the 6 of clubs, the ace of diamonds, the 8 of hearts, the 4 of diamonds, the 5 of spades, the 3 of clubs, the 10 of diamonds, the 2 of spades. The jack of hearts, a spare card. The queen of clubs, a spare card. 6 of diamonds, a spare card. The king of hearts, a spare card. The 8 of spades, a spare card. The 9 of hearts, a spare card. The 4 of clubs, a spare card. Oh, yeah, spare card. The jack of spades, a spare card. The 7 of clubs, a spare card. The 8 of diamonds, a spare card. The 6 of hearts, a spare card. The king of clubs, a spare card. 5 of diamonds, and finish with a spare card. Once you've done that, my son, that's it. That's your setup. Get rid of that. Right. Now it works basically on the, I hope you didn't see that when I flashed that over. I had to go just before, and as I was recording I said, right, what will I go for? I'll go for the 8 of, and I was saying what bloody card I was doing. Stupid boy. Yeah, anyway, once you've got your deck set, if you want to start off with the faro as I did, just deal the cards down into 2 alternate piles, right? You'll end up with your 5 of diamonds being your centre card. So when you cut your packet, all you're doing is looking for, where's he gone? I've gone too low. Oh, I haven't done it, have I? I haven't split my packet up. Once your packet is split up, your 5 of diamonds will be your middle card for you to split at. And once you see it, you know you've got exactly 26. 5 of diamonds would be there. You've got exactly 26 cards. Do a perfect faro with the back packet, the top, going as the top card from the back. If you understand what I mean, right? And then you'd have your deck set in this order once you've done the faro. If you don't want to do the faro, just have it like this and just do yourself a couple of false cuts and shuffles. You would then tell your spectators exactly what you wanted them to do, and you wanted them to do, and you should know that by now because I did it in the performance, which wasn't that long ago yet. Cut off up to about a quarter of the packet. That's about 13 cards. And your other fella, about a quarter of the packet. So up to about 13 cards. you can take the top card if you want. If you only want to take one card, just take one card. Trick probably won't work, but there you go. So they'd cut off a chunk of cards and they'd cut off a chunk of cards. They count them. If they reverse the order, mostly if you tell somebody to count them quietly to themselves, they're just going to do it like that. And you know they're not going to get reversed as they count how many cards they've got, and they do the same, right? You'll then turn around. Now this works off the Si Stebben's stack order, although it is not in Si Stebben's, which is pretty amazing. You're going to take off the top card. I used a bit of paper because I didn't want to ruin this packet. I've only just got it, and I haven't had one of these in quite a while. You're going to take the top card off the packet, and whatever card that is, you're going to go to the next card in your Si Stebben's stack order. It's a heart. After heart comes spade. It's an 8. Add 3, it's a jack. Jack of spades is going to be the first card. So you'd write jack of spades across the bottom. Right? Across the bottom. Don't let them see you doing it at the bottom, but do it across the bottom. Right? So I'll just do it on here. Jack of spades. Right? He then counts his cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he deals down to the 8th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And lo and behold, it's not the jack of spades. No, it's not. No, theirs is going to be the jack of spades. That's why you've written it at the bottom. Little bit of kidology. So they've got to the queen of clubs and you go, right, I'm going to make a prediction for you. And whatever that card is, you write that down. The queen of clubs. And then these count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these need to get to the 12th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the 12th card. So jack of spades. It's always going to be, whatever this card is here, in Si Stebben's stack order, the next card after that is going to be what that card. Guarantee you, all the time, it will be, believe me. And that's it. And if you want to, if they didn't reverse the cards, it's dead easy to put back into order. You just pick up that lot, because they were all reverse counted anyway. So you can just put them straight on the pack, put them straight on the pack, put the card you just written all over on the pack, pick theirs up and pick theirs up, and your packet is now back in the exact same order to put in your box, go to the next table and do it again. Fantastic. What more do you want? A bag of crisps. Sorry, I haven't got none. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Bit of a long video, but there was a lot to get in on that. This is why I normally do a performance and a tutorial video, or we get epics like this which nobody ever watches all the way through. Sad. So I'm actually sitting here talking to myself at the moment, would you believe it? And yeah, and I'm still talking to myself because nobody's listening. In case you are, I'm sorry, I'll shut up and get off. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that one anyway. I'll see you again soon.